I'm Sophie, and I raised my son Brandon in the home my late husband built for us 30 years ago. That Christmas Eve, I should have known something was wrong the moment I walked into my own dining room. Vanessa, my daughter-in-law of 2 years, sat at the head of my table. In my chair. The one I'd sat in for every holiday since 1994. "Oh, Sophie," she said, not moving. "We saved you a spot down here." She gestured to the far end, the kids' end. I looked at Brandon. My son wouldn't meet my eyes. "Brandon?" I said quietly. "Mom, does it really matter where you sit?" he said. "It's just a chair." Just a chair. In my house. "You're right," I said. "It doesn't matter." I set down the pie I'd baked and walked straight to my bedroom. I could hear Vanessa's laugh echo down the hallway. That's when I really looked around. The photos of my late husband? Gone. Replaced with Vanessa's modern art. My mother's curtains? Torn down. My furniture? Rearranged or replaced. My house didn't feel like mine anymore. I pulled out my phone and called my sister Rachel. "Rach, can I stay with you for a few days?" "What happened?" "I'll explain when I get there." I packed a bag and walked past the dining room. Nobody even noticed me leave. They were too busy laughing at Vanessa's jokes, eating my food, in my house. The drive to Rachel's gave me time to think. This wasn't just about a chair. Vanessa had been slowly erasing me from my own life for months. The redecorating, the suggestions that I should downsize, the comments about how I was getting older and might want less responsibility. And Brandon said nothing, did nothing. When I arrived at Rachel's, she took one look at my face. "Tell me everything," she said. I did. Every detail. The chair, the changes, the feeling of being pushed out. "Sophie, when did this start?" Rachel asked. "Right after they got married," I said. "Small things at first." "What kind of things?" Vanessa started making decisions about my house. Paint colors, furniture. She said she was helping because I worked long hours. Rachel's eyes narrowed. "Have you signed anything lately?" My stomach dropped. "Brandon asked me to sign some papers last month. He said it was for tax purposes." "Do you have copies?" I shook my head. I'd trusted my own son. "Sophie, we need to see a lawyer," Rachel said. "Tomorrow." That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about that chair, about Brandon's face when he chose her over me, about how I'd silently walked away from everything I'd built. Not anymore. Attorney Williams spread the documents across her desk. "Mrs. Harper, did you read these before signing?" she asked. "Brandon said they were routine," I said. "Tax forms for the property." "These aren't tax forms," she said. "These are property transfer documents. Your son has been gradually shifting ownership of your house to himself and his wife." My hands shook. "Can he do that?" "Not legally, no. You signed under false pretenses. That's fraud." Rachel leaned forward. "What can we do?" "We fight back," Attorney Williams said. "But I need evidence of the deception. Texts, emails, witnesses." I pulled out my phone. "I have texts from Brandon. He kept saying I was confused about what I was signing." "That's good," she said. "What else?" "I recorded our last conversation," I said. When I asked about the papers, Vanessa interrupted and changed the subject. It felt wrong, so I hit record. Attorney Williams smiled. "Even better. I'll need you to gather everything. Bank statements, property records, any communication about the house." Over the next 2 weeks, Rachel and I became detectives. We found emails where Vanessa told Brandon to handle his mother and get her to sign quickly before she asked questions. We discovered Vanessa had been telling other family members I had dementia and was no longer capable of managing my affairs. Rachel called our cousin Jennifer. "Jen, has Vanessa said anything about Sophie to you?" "Oh God, Rachel," Jennifer said. "She told me Sophie was getting forgetful. She said they were going to move her to assisted living soon." "Sophie's standing right here, sharp as ever." Jennifer gasped. "That manipulative, I knew something felt off." We called more relatives. The same story everywhere. Vanessa had been laying groundwork for months, making me seem incompetent. Attorney Williams reviewed everything. This is textbook elder manipulation. We have her. What's the next step? I asked. We confront them, all of them. Family meeting, with everyone present. We expose what she's done, and you reclaim what's yours. Will Brandon listen? I asked quietly. If he doesn't, he loses too, she said. The property transfers are void, and once your family knows what Vanessa's done, she'll have no one. Rachel squeezed my hand. You ready to take your house back? More than ready, I said. We scheduled the meeting for January 15th, at my house, the one Vanessa thought she was stealing. I sent the invitations myself. Family meeting, mandatory attendance, important matters regarding the Harper estate. Vanessa called within an hour. Sophie, what's this about? She said, her voice sugary sweet. Just family business, dear, I said. See you then. I hung up before she could ask more. Attorney Williams prepared the case. Rachel gathered the family. Jennifer spread the word that something big was happening. The night before the meeting, I stood in Rachel's guest room and looked at all our evidence. Texts, emails, recordings, witness statements. Vanessa had been so confident, so sloppy. She never thought I'd fight back. Big mistake. I arrived at my house 30 minutes early with Attorney Williams and Rachel. The locks had been changed. Of course they had. Attorney Williams made one phone call. 20 minutes later, a locksmith arrived with police escort. Ma'am, the property records show you as sole owner, the officer said. We can help you access your home. The locks clicked open. We walked in. Vanessa's decorations everywhere. My memories packed away. Not for long. The family started arriving. Cousins, aunts, uncles. Jennifer, my late husband's brother Thomas. Brandon and Vanessa arrived last. Vanessa's face went white when she saw Attorney Williams. What's going on? Brandon asked. Sit down, Brandon, I said. Everyone, please sit. Vanessa tried to take the head of the table. Rachel sat there first. Not today, Rachel said. I stood at the front of the room with Attorney Williams beside me. Thank you all for coming, I said. I called you here because I need to tell you the truth about what's been happening. Mom, this is dramatic, Brandon said. Can't we sit down? My voice didn't shake. He sat. Attorney Williams opened her briefcase. For the past 6 months, Vanessa has been systematically manipulating Sophie to sign over her property and assets. Gasps around the room. That's ridiculous, Vanessa said. Is it? Attorney Williams placed documents on the table. These are property transfer forms Sophie signed, believing they were tax documents. That's fraud. Jennifer spoke up. Vanessa told me Sophie had dementia. Was that a lie? Complete fabrication, Attorney Williams said. Sophie is perfectly competent. Vanessa spread those rumors to isolate her. Thomas stood up. Vanessa told me the same thing. She said Sophie couldn't live alone anymore. More voices joined in. The room erupted. Vanessa's face turned red. You're all believing her lies. I've been taking care of this house while Sophie neglected it. Taking care of it, I said, or taking it over? I pulled out my phone and played the recording. Brandon's voice filled the room. Mom, just sign here. It's routine. Then Vanessa in the background. Don't let her read it. She'll just get confused. Brandon's face went pale. There's more, Attorney Williams said. Emails, texts, a pattern of deception spanning months. She laid them out, one by one. Vanessa's real face exposed for everyone to see. This is insane, Vanessa shouted. You're all going to believe this? Over me? Jennifer stood up. I believe it. You looked me in the eye and lied about Sophie having dementia. I was concerned, Vanessa said. You were scheming, Thomas said. I see that now. Brandon finally spoke. Vanessa, did you tell people Mom had dementia? I was worried about her. That's not what I asked, he said. Did you or didn't you? Vanessa's silence answered everything. Rachel leaned forward. What about the Christmas chair, Vanessa? Taking Sophie's seat in her own house. It's just a chair. It's her house, Rachel shot back, which you were trying to steal. Attorney Williams cleared her throat. The property transfers are void. Sophie signed under false pretenses, which constitutes fraud. The house remains entirely in her name. Brandon, say something, Vanessa pleaded. My son looked at me, then at his wife. Did you really do all this, Vanessa? I was trying to help us, to secure our future. By lying to my mother? By making everyone think she was losing her mind? We could have had this house, Brandon. Don't you see? The room went silent. Jennifer spoke first. Vanessa, I want you out of my life. Completely. Me too, Thomas said. I don't associate with people who prey on family. One by one, every person in that room stood up and told Vanessa exactly what they thought of her. Brandon sat motionless, watching his wife's world collapse. Brandon? Vanessa's voice cracked. Please? He stood up slowly. I need to think. About everything. You're choosing her over me? I'm choosing what's right, he said. Finally. Vanessa looked around the room. No allies, no sympathy, nothing. This isn't over, she said. Attorney Williams smiled. Actually, it is. You can contest the voided transfers in court if you'd like. I welcome it. We have ironclad evidence of fraud. I could charge you criminally, she continued. Elder financial abuse, fraud, conspiracy. But Sophie prefers to handle this differently. I stepped forward. I want you out of my house, today. Take your things and go. You can't. I can, I said, and I am. You have 2 hours. Rachel stood beside me. We'll be watching. Don't take anything that isn't yours. Vanessa looked at Brandon one last time. Are you really going to let her do this to me? Brandon's voice was quiet. You did this to yourself. She stormed out. We could hear her upstairs, slamming drawers. Jennifer hugged me. Sophie, I'm so sorry I believed her. She's a good liar, I said. That's not your fault. Thomas shook his head. The audacity, in your own house. Attorney Williams packed up her documents. Sophie, the house is yours. All property is restored to your name. Vanessa has no legal claim to anything. Thank you, I said. Brandon approached me slowly. Mom, I don't know what to say. Start with why you let her take my chair, I said. I thought I was keeping the peace. I didn't know she was... He stopped. I should have known. I should have protected you. Yes, you should have. Can you forgive me? I looked at my son. I don't know yet, Brandon. You watched her erase me. You helped her. I know. We'll talk, I said, but not today. Rachel started pulling down Vanessa's decorations. Let's get your house back, Sophie. The family helped. Within an hour, my photos were back up, my mother's curtains rehung, my furniture restored. Vanessa left without a word, 2 suitcases in hand. No family, no support, no house. Exactly what she'd tried to do to me. That evening I sat in my chair at the head of my table. My house, my life, my terms. Rachel raised her glass. To Sophie, who silently left and came back with everything. To Sophie, the family echoed. I learned something important through all this. Silence doesn't mean weakness. Sometimes you need to step back, gather your strength, and come back swinging with truth on your side. Vanessa wanted my house, my family, my place. She got none of it, and I reclaimed everything. Have you ever had someone try to push you out of your own life? Sometimes the best revenge is simply taking back what's yours and watching them lose everything in the process. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.